Hi guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're delving deep into my archive that I've been collecting since the mid-80s. We have Ferraris from the 50s to the 70s. We have iconic cars such as a Mercedes Gullwing, an original interior from these, a Lamborghini Miura, and I suggest we just pick a box, eeny, meeny, miny, mo, and we'll have a delve and a look through inside one of them. Oh, she's heavy. Here you can see original door panels from a 206. These are different to Dino's. They have a centerpiece fitted in, and you can see that with the holes in the panel. Underneath the dashboards are always a good find on a Ferrari 206. To recarpet under there, you have to move the complete dashboard, which is always a pain. On this car, you can see they left the carpet underneath the dash. On this one, another underneath the dash 206 Dino, you can see they've painted it black to match in with the new carpets they were putting in the cabin. An original 206 headrest, these were vinyl. They were mostly vinyl on a Ferrari 246 Dino as well, but on the vinyl ones, they would heat stitch them. So on a 206, you can see where the sewing machine's been. This would have been a black cotton, which has faded over the years to an off-white. So again, a nice find. We've also here got the back wall of a 206 Dino. On a 246, these were heat stitched, fluted. On the leather ones, they would have been stitched lines. On a 206, it was just plain vinyl with the edges folded and a stitch line put around. One of the great finds I've had on a 206 while doing the seats, which were black leather when it came to us, when we removed the black leather, we found the orange toweling underneath. With our partners in Italy, we were able to match this material faithfully and reproduce the centres how they exactly were. I suggest we put this box back and have a look in another one. What do you suggest we go for? Next, I'm going to pull out the Ferrari long wheelbase California box. And this is a heavy box. I've saved an old hood frame here from the bin. You can see someone put a patch over an old hole there. This is great. It shows us the original material and the type they were used. In the old days, it was much more stretchier, so you could get these magnificent shapes out without doing little stitch lines in places, which is a challenge nowadays. Materials have changed. But this gives us a good feel for how it was made. The methods used in the double stitch line on the top, the complete top's in one piece of material, the vinyl stitching on the sides. This one had double pop, as I've seen with single as well. Here's a rear tonneau cover, so when the hood's folded down and stowed away, this is a cover that covers where the hood sits. And it's taken me a very, very long time to find an original one, or even photographs that could suggest was it leather or vinyl. The reasons you wouldn't do it in leather is the back of the leather will give off all the leather fluff onto the hood every time you put it up and down, but I didn't know that for sure. And here we found an original vinyl one. You can see it was roll bound, not top stitched. And again, a really, really great find. Lucky to have that. This boot carpet, you might ask me why I keep stuff like this. Well, this particular boot carpet helped me win a bet once with a customer who picked me up on the standard of the boot carpet in a Ferrari California. Upon showing him an original, it helped pay for lunch. Here's a great example of how our archive helps us. Here you can see original Dino seat centers, which were made in vinyl, and we have these replicated now. The Daytona version. This is a lovely find of an original Daytona seat center. You can see how shabby they were. You know, the lady who made these back in the day probably had to make, I'd love to know, but maybe 8 or 10 of these a day, and would whiz through them with little precision. And as you can see on this one here, just how badly these lines line up. You know, that wouldn't be tolerated from a Ferrari Daytona owner nowadays. So we take a bit more time and a bit more care and get these really, really nice. If you've enjoyed a sneak peek into my archive, please feel free to comment below, pick a box and we'll open it next time. And please share the video if you've enjoyed the contents, and I look forward to seeing you in the future.